this primetime matchup tonight. It is the Raiders versus the Commanders. My name is Samuel Clarkson here with my partner James Seeker. What do you have for us today?
Well, let's take a look at these impact players. On the Commanders side, it is Kevin Adams and Marcus Roberts. Kevin Adams, a huge defensive threat. Easy to get through that line, and Marcus Roberts didn't have the greatest year last year, but he's looking to make a big turnaround. And for the Raiders, that a rookie quarterback, Action Jackson, one of the best dual threat players coming out of college. Somehow undrafted free agent, but he made it onto a team. He's looking to do some damage. And Cody Jensen looking to pick any ball off coming his way.
And now let's take a trip down to the great Nia Washington.
I talked to the Commanders coach, Fuli Demi, and he told me that he wants to turn it around this year. Last year, they had struggles with quarterback Marcus Roberts after he threw the game-losing interception against the Ravens, but they didn't give up on him and worked him back up to play today. On the Raiders side, I asked Coach Miko Jardin how he expects to beat the Commanders, and he told me 3 words: I'm a dog.
And Jalen White to return the ball to the 50-yard line, 10-yard return. And Seeker, what do the Commanders have to do to win this game?
I feel they have to get their running back Devin Brown more involved, and they have to start using some play action. Last year, the quarterback struggled through some interceptions to the Ravens, and they lost them their season. So they really need to up that play action and even running the ball.
And speaking of running the ball, Devin Brown's going to take his first carry of the game. He's going to go up the field. He's going to go down for about a 5-yard gain. That's a good second down and 5 for the Commanders.
And this is how the Commanders are going to have to move. These little short, stabby plays, and then they're going to come out with something big. This is how they have to move.
Roberts now stepping up in the pocket, finding a receiver. He's going to be deep, and it's going to be picked off by the Raiders. The impact player, second-year corner from North Dakota State, Cody Jensen, to take the ball. He's going to the 45. He's going to go down, and that's going to be a first down for the Raiders to end the quarter.
And they're doing the same thing they did against the Ravens. They are moving too fast, and that's why he got picked off once again.
The Raiders and Action Jackson to get the ball on the 45-yard line to start the second quarter. This is the KB67 Football League. While Jackson and his Raiders get ready for this drive, let's look at the games for next week. At 3 p.m., it's going to be the perfect quarterback, Brendan Hayes, versus the Patriots and Cole Patterson. But at 7 p.m., our prime time game, it's going to be the rookie cornerback, Kane III and his Chiefs, going against Darius Coleman and the Cowboys.
And I'll tell you, I'm excited for that game, man. Kane III, just a great cornerback coming out of college. And going against Darius Coleman, just a veteran. That's a game to watch right there.
Jackson now looking for a receiver. He's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to take off. He's going to get a gain of 5 before going down. It's going to be second 5 for the Raiders.
Just like everybody was saying, you got to watch his dual threat ability. He's very versatile in that pocket.
Jackson going to hand it off now. That's going to be a third-year vet, Marcellus Grant from Ole Miss. He's going to get a gain of 10 down to the 40-yard line. It's going to be a first down for the Raiders.
And that was a good tackle by Andrew Lee to bring him down.
First and 10 now on the 40. Jackson's going to drop back. Looks for an open receiver. He's going to step up in that pocket. It's going to be a penalty on the play. He's going to throw it. And it's going to be incomplete.
And penalty or not, he has to complete those short throws, especially as a rookie. You got to get those short throws right. Get those in order fast.
And here comes the referee to tell us what the penalty is, because I actually have no idea.
Illegal contact on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
And the defense can only hold on to the receiver for so long until they have to let them go and run. So you got to watch yourself right there.
Here comes first and 5 for the Raiders now. They're going to be in the trips. Jackson's going to drop back. Looking up for a receiver. He's going to step up, throwing the ball deep, and it's going to be caught. The Texas receiver, Jamal Rivers, is gone. Touchdown, Raiders.
And he ran right through cover 3 with the slant route, right behind the hook curls into the end zone. That was an amazing play call from the Raiders and an amazing throw by Action Jackson.
With the Raiders up 7-0. Can the Commanders retaliate? This is the KB67 Football League. Back here in the KB67 Football League, let's look at the game earlier today. The Browns versus the Ravens. Jordan Brown with an amazing catch to bring it home for the Browns, 21-7, and they're going to move on.
And I got to tell you, the Browns are going to be a problem. They are now 2-0 with 2 big wins, one large margin against the Steelers and another large margin against the Ravens.
Tyler McAllister to return the ball from the 45, and he's going to go down at the other 45, and it's going to be a first down for the Raiders.
And if the Commanders want to do something in this game, this is the time to do it. You need to stop the Raiders here. If they score again, it could be over in the third quarter.
The veterans haven't done much of anything either, huh?
No, they really haven't. Andrew Lee got his tackle, but Kevin Adams, Chris Walker, Xavier Mitchell, they haven't done much of anything this game. And they really need to turn it up if they want to come back into this game and really get this win.
The Raiders now going to come out in shotgun. It's going to be 2 backs in the backfield. Jackson going to snap the ball. He's going to hand it off to Marcellus Grant. Grant's going to cut upfield, trying to make a play, pushing through, and he's going to break the tackle, cutting upfield to the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown for the Raiders.
And either Marcellus Grant is one of the best running backs, or this Commanders defense is just atrocious. He broke not 1 tackles, not 2 tackles, but 3 tackles on that play, and then juked out the cornerback at the end.
Can the Commanders gain a fighting chance? This is the KB67 Football League. Here in the fourth quarter, it's still pouring raining. Seeker, what do the Commanders have to do to go down here and score?
At this point, they just need something to work. I would say go back to the running game and try to get that going. They had a decent start with it and then messed it up when they tried to throw the ball. They need to start running play action, exactly how I said in that first quarter.
Justin Tucker Jr. to kick the ball. And the Raiders are going to pick up their own kickoff. But there is a penalty on the play.
And this right here, this could change everything. The Raiders get this ball, it is over for the Commanders.
And here comes the referee to tell us the penalty.
Illegal kick on the kicking team. Ball placed on the 40-yard line. First down.
And the Raiders had touched that ball way too early. That could have been a big game-changing play if he didn't win to go grab that ball that early. But here comes the Commanders.
Going to be on the 40-yard line for 1st and 10. Roberts going to drop back, looking for an open receiver. He's going to step up in the pocket now, and he finds him downfield and is caught. Jalen White, the 2-year vet from Clemson, running to get into the end zone. Jukes the defender, cuts upfield. And he's going to get taken down at the 10-yard line.
And that was probably one of the best throws in Roberts' career. Amazing catch by Jalen White and amazing tackle by Cody Jensen to bring him down to the 10.
And here we go now. It's their first time in the red zone this season. Roberts now is going to be an I form. He's going to snap the ball. He's going to hand it off. That's to Devin Brown. Brown fights upfield, pushing through the tackle. And he's going to cut upfield into the end zone. Touchdown, Commanders.
And that just might be the spark that they need to try and make this comeback happen. The Raiders have to be on point now, and they have to go down and score in order to stop this Commanders team.
And here comes the Commanders special teams. Here comes their kicker, Luke Adams. This is the 2-year vet from Oregon State. Let's see if he can make the extra point here. The extra point is up, and it's good. And that's going to make the score 7-14 in this fourth quarter. Are the Commanders finally pulling it together, or will the Raiders go ahead and shut them down? This is the KB67 Football League. And here we go now, the Commanders to kick off to the Raiders. Seeker, what do the Raiders have to do to go down and score here?
They need to keep doing exactly what they have been doing. The ball has been looking good in Action Jackson's hands. Keeping his hands, but you have to run the ball. You have to keep them light on their feet.
And it's going to be a touchback ball to the 25-yard line. And here comes Action Jackson and those Raiders.
Now let's take a look at Jackson's stats right now. Only 1 for 135 yards with the one rush, but it shows when he has the ball, he's figuring out what to do with it.
What about this defense? How can they contain this man?
Those veterans need to kick in and they need to up the ante on him. They cannot let him wait. You got to remember, Action Jackson is a rookie. Any type of rush can put him under pressure, so they need to put him in that rush. They need to put him in that pressure, and they need to show him some stuff that they show all the other vets, because right now it looks like they're playing another college team.
With that said, Jackson's going to be in shotgun. It's going to be split two backs back there. He's going to drop back and find a receiver. Stepping up in the pocket, taking some time to look for him. He has forever, getting the ball out. And it's going to be incomplete. And as the Raiders are coming up on this second down, I don't think that was a bad throw right there. How about you?
No, he was definitely open under the zone. You just got to get a little bit more accuracy on that. You could put some down the receiver too, but it goes both ways.
2nd and 10, they're going to be in a trips formation now. He's going to drop back, find an open receiver. He's going to throw it. That's the McAllister's going to be picked off. Nope, it's going to bobble in the air, and now it's caught. Andrew Lee, the cornerback, running it back. Inside the 20. Trying not to get taken down, breaking the tackles. Amazing tackle break right there by Andrew Lee into the end zone. Touchdown, Commanders.
And oh my, kids, close your eyes. Andrew Lee just put up a clinic with the interception from the tip ball, breaks 3 tackles, and then gets into the end zone to give the Commanders closer into this deficit. Now they're only down by 1. What are they going to do here?
And that's the kicker on his way out, as you can see. There comes the field goal squad. They're going to try to put in this extra point to tie it up and go to overtime.
He's already made 1 extra point tonight, so this is not a bad idea. He's pretty accurate.
Now here we go. If they make it, they go to overtime. If they miss it, they lose. Luke Adams to go to OT. Blocked. It's been blocked. And the Raiders are going to take it home.
What a game. Amazing block by Marcus Dean to win the game for the Raiders.
And as the Raiders win this game in outstanding fashion, we cannot forget that next week at 3 p.m., it's going to be the Broncos and the Patriots in our prime time matchup at 7 p.m. It's going to be the rookie cornerback, Kane III, and that veteran quarterback, Darius Coleman, the Chiefs versus the Cowboys. Thank you for watching the KB67 Football League. The Raiders win it 14-13. We'll see you next week at 3 p.m.